All right. Welcome into this live edition of Consistently Inconsistent Sports. This will be a NFL free agency and NBA trade deadline edition of the show today. And Michael Kinslow, gentlemen, welcome in to the show.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Well, let's hop right into it.
Alan, your connection's going weak, or mine is. I don't know.
Oh, hello, Michael.
You're
Got you.
both of you are in and out a little bit.
Well, this is how we're doing this. How's it now? Michael,
Yo,
how is it now?
You're good.
Better than it was, yeah.
All right, we're rolling. Restart. Well, not restart, but
Yeah, I'm good. You either cut out again, but I don't know. If you said something.
just like waiting for you to look at the camera.
What? I just have the camera on that screen and I have all the stuff I'm looking at over here.
Okay. All right. Ready, set, go. All right. Baseball Hall of Fame. Chipper Jones, Vladdy, Jim Thorne, Trevor Hoffman. So that's cool. I'm a big fan of Chipper Jones, so I'm glad Chipper Jones is back.
Your boy, Colin.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. Kind of sad he only won one World Series, though. So,
Yeah.
kind of like the Kobe of baseball. Minus the rings.
Minus the brain.
Say
The rings.
It's more like
Oh, I thought you said brains. I was like, what?
No. The rings.
baseball.
Yeah. There you go. That's a app description. But
I would say he's like Dirk because he's a century.
bro, you're cutting out a lot.
I don't know what's up with this.
Hold on. Let's see.
I'm taking my bandwidth usage down.
Try that.
No, I was just saying Chipper to me is like NBA comparison would be Dirk Nowitzki because they both played
Yeah, that
for
makes a lot of
eternity.
sense. Schultz. Leighton, what were you saying about the Hall of Fame earlier? You don't like it?
I'm just not a fan of Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Like, I understand it's supposed to be an exclusive group, but I think the MLB takes it to an extreme. And I think they focus more on old school baseball, and they're kind of like this whole like steroid era, whatever you want to call it. You know, only 4 guys made it this year in the MLB. How many guys are making it in the NFL this year? 8, 9, 10? Like, give us something more like that. Give us 8. Give us 8. Like, Martinez in this group. Give us those guys who got 70%, 65% of the vote, 80% of the vote.
Yeah. Seems like a high standard for things that people probably... I mean, baseball writers are usually those guys who have been sitting at games, writing in the box score. So they usually have good memories of, who players are. But, I mean, it's 25 years ago. You know how many baseball games those guys have seen since then? They don't get, screeners like it's the Oscars of Chipper Jones's greatest plays. And I doubt that these 50 to 85-year-old baseball writers are trolling YouTube looking for Jim Thome freaking highlight reels to get a good idea of who to vote in.
Well, Jim Thomey's another guy who played 25 years. You're going to put up major numbers,
right?
If you're playing half of your life in the majors.
Yeah. And Trevor Hoffman, I just think of a BMX biker. So
I mean, he is. I think he's second all time in saves. Like he's an all-time closer.
pretty
I mean,
solid.
like Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. Yes, they have some weird past, connections, but all those guys kind of deserve to be in the Hall at this point.
All right, let's see how you do with just audio because it was getting really bad. Okay, so let's move on to Larry Nasser. So this dude's a scumbag. Did a lot of terrible things, and he's gonna go to jail for up to 175 years.
A long time, man.
Barring advancements in prison cryogenic freezing, I say this guy's probably just live out the rest of his days in a cell.
Do they have to keep him there after he dies for like the remainder? Like,
What's his sentence going to be like? Is he going to be in solitary or what?
I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'd have to look up what he got specifically. I just saw the timeline.
Probably. That'd be nice.
I feel like if he isn't in solitary, like he's going to get murdered in jail.
I mean, that's what we thought was going to happen to Aaron Hernandez, and
Aaron
took care of it himself.
Guy is like prison people look down. Like this guy is like the worst of the worst.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it says over 150 women and girls have like come out. 150, like
every single patient he attended to, he sexually abused.
He's just the hive of scum and villainy. Just lock him up.
Did you guys
ASAP.
Did you guys see what the ruling judge said about him?
No, I saw the Allie Reichman video though.
Well, she in her sentencing, she threw down the gavel and she was like,
"Give up the worst."
She was basically like happy about saying this. She was like, "I just signed your death warrant."
Yeah. Didn't she say it's like it's my pleasure to like do this or something like that?
Basically, like she was like, "I'm so happy to be doing this to you, you horrible, horrible person." And is Colin, go ahead and play the video because this is what I heard when she said that. Make sure you start at 50 seconds.
It's not. Keep talking.
Oh, I was gonna say did you guys know he separately besides this sentencing, in a separate sentencing, he already got 60 years because of federal child pornography charges?
Oh, no. Okay, hold on.
That's completely separate from
Holding
what.
that song for a second. Holding the song for a second. Wait, what?
Yeah, so in a completely separate sentencing than what just happened, 60 years. He already had 60 years because of child pornography.
This guy's 230 years of prison.
Yeah.
75 state penitentiary, 60 federal life. So
okay. We need to make a clone of him so his clone can keep going on the sentence. I'm down with that.
Dude, it's like Jared from Subway. He didn't get out on parole either. He was up for parole and they denied him.
Thank God.
Right? Like he shouldn't be getting out even if he was good in jail. He should not be getting out for that.
I did see something funny recently about Jared. It was like, yo, what if Jared just bought some really, really big jeans and was never fat?
Just never fat.
Subways. He just bought some really big jeans.
They just kind of CGI'd him a little bit to look bigger in the early commercials. Like,
look at how fat I'm totally not. Still terrible though. Well, in other news, last night, LeBron James made it to 30,000 points, being the youngest player to ever do so. Not a bad group to join with LeBron, Dirk, Wilt, Karl Malone. So basically, he can get the most points scored if he averages 25 points a game for the next 3.5 years.
That's not like the most unfeasible thing in the world.
Yeah, I know, which kind of pisses me off.
Like,
he's also the corniest guy of all time.
That's a pretty
Like,
high
he's just-
average, but like, he's gonna have a couple.
He's
games
already
where-
played at okay, so he's like 3 years younger than Kareem when Kareem got to this number, but he's already played 3 more seasons worth of time
Yeah, because the
than
dude
Kareem ever played.
doesn't get injured. He doesn't miss time unless it's just like, I'm gonna take a breather here.
He's a cyborg.
I mean, he is so corny with that Instagram post.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
I
I
thought that
don't
was
even.
funny.
I can't even like. It's like the Brad Paisley song "Letter to Me."
He didn't even get 30K when he
But for-
posted that.
He posted it 2 nights ago, but he only got it last night.
Right.
But he wanted
It was
to
a
be the
nice shot,
first
though.
to
Did you see the
congratulate
shot?
him,
Let me be the first.
right? He's just
Yeah.
said, "I want to be the first."
Jesus. All right, whatever. Moving on. NFL free agency's coming up. Comes up in March, but we got some draft in the way. But just to get a look ahead of what's to come, quarterbacks. Throw out some names. Everybody pick one from the list of names. We got Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees, Teddy Bridgewater, Jimmy Garoppolo, Sam Bradford, and Case Keenum. Pick one. Tell me why you believe they should go wherever you think they should go.
Okay, I'm gonna go with not an obvious one for me specifically.
I'd say
I'm
Jimmy
actually-
Garoppolo is off the table because he should be signed.
he should be
and
signed.
or-
I'm gonna say.
I believe
Case-
him and Case Keenum should be both.
Oh, I was gonna go with Case Keenum and say he should stay on the Vikings, but
Lock.
okay.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was gonna say because they're gonna lock him up on a.
Yeah, I mean it's because go through the list one more time then without those two names.
So Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees, Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford.
Okay. I think Teddy Bridgewater should go to the Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo is going to part with Tyrod,
And Tyrod's coming home.
and Tyrod could come home to Baltimore. It's possible. It is a possibility. He could also go to Denver. But
No,
I think
Tyrod deserves to be a starting quarterback.
I think he
in
deserves to be
Baltimore.
starter. Oh, Colin wants Joe Flacco to take a back seat.
I never bought a Joe Flacco jersey for a reason.
Dude, this is
I
crazy.
didn't either, but Joe is not sitting anytime soon.
But I think Buffalo might. I think Buffalo might move on from the Tyrod Taylor experiment. He's just been hurt so many times for them. He hasn't been able to stay consistent the entire year for them. Is the thing.
But when he plays, he's so good.
I know that's the thing. It's like he's so good when he plays.
But tell me, why doesn't Buffalo, Sean Dermott especially, why don't they like Tyrod Taylor?
Because he's unpredictable.
First
Like,
quarterback.
Yeah, he's not
What
what
is-
they need at Buffalo. That's not Buffalo football.
Bridgewater, a run-first quarterback.
We don't know what Teddy
I would
Bridgewater.
say he's more close to Aaron Rodgers than a run.
I was gonna say we haven't seen. That's the thing. We've only seen one partial season of Teddy Bridgewater in the NFL. He hasn't played
and
in
a
2
lot
years.
of Louisville. Like he bombed the ball at Louisville. He was not Lamar Jackson
So-
at Louisville.
As far as coaches are concerned, he's
14 touchdown passes in a full season. That was he threw 14 touchdown passes. Tyrod's thrown over 20 every season with Buffalo.
I know what I'm saying is that
Behind.
Buffalo might want to go with the
Throwing
prospect.
the least amount of picks.
I don't know. I trust him. I feel like you put him in the right place where it's not 20 degrees every day. Might make a kid a little bit like Arizona or something. Oh, Arizona's not a bad idea.
Dude, who is going
Buffalo's
to be
not
starting
much
for?
warmer than Minnesota.
Who is going to be starting for the Cardinals? Do they have a starter?
Try to sign somebody,
Carson
I
Palmer's
assume.
gone.
What was that kid they signed for Logan Thomas?
He's now a Buffalo Bill tight end.
Oh, wow. How the world comes full circle.
He actually caught a few touchdowns from Tyrod this year.
All right. somebody's been a strong influence. Kirk Cousins is going to the Denver Broncos.
Oof. I like to hear
So I
you
can
say
just
that.
shut Michael up
I like
about
to hear you
Baker
say that.
Mayfield. About Baker Mayfield going to the Broncos in free agency. But Kirk Cousins, quarterback for the Washington Redskins, is definitely going to the Broncos. There's no way he's going to ignore a call from John Elway and say, nah, sorry.
That's actually what Baker said. Somebody asked him, like, what did you think about when John Elway called and told you to be on the North team for the Senior Bowl? And he's like, well, if John Elway calls and says, play for his team, you don't say no. So
Exactly.
Baker Mayfield knows that. So we'll see if Kirk Cousins knows that or not.
Well, Colin, who were the quarterbacks you named at the top of this segment?
Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees, Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Bradford. I did also name Jimmy Garoppolo and Case Keenum, but they should both be franchise tagged by their respective teams.
Well,
So,
of those names you listed, I think only one quarterback is leaving. I think Sam Bradford is leaving.
Okay, so you don't think Kirk's leaving?
I think Kirk is staying. I think Case and Teddy are staying.
You think they sign Kirk, or you think they franchise tag Kirk?
I think they sign Kirk to a long-term deal. They get it over with. Case, I think they bring back on a 2-year, maybe 3-year contract, but the 3rd year is an option. And I think they bring Teddy back on the tag.
Okay.
And then Drew Brees is not going anywhere. He's coming back. So, yeah, I think Bradford's leaving.
Okay, so here's the real fun one. Quarterback's kind of boring one. Skill position's going to be fun. So here's some names for you. Le'Veon Bell, Allen Robinson, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins, Carlos Hyde, Dion Lewis. Those are some fun names to add some love to some teams.
I think so, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go out and say if Dion Lewis leaves the New England Patriots, he will be a subpar running back on every single other NFL team.
100% agree with that.
Absolutely.
It happens with every single Patriots runner. Shane Vereen, Stephen Ridley, every single one of them has been subpar in every other system. The only one that's been successful is LeGarrette Blount, pretty much recently.
Yeah, Blount.
He's the only one that's been successful, and he's Blount's a completely different runner than Ridley, Vereen, and Lewis. Like, those three guys are basically the exact same.
And I think
that's how I look at them, at least.
I think Dion Lewis will leave, but I think he will get paid, and then we won't hear about him.
You know where he's going to go?
A year from now.
You guys ready? Miami.
I was gonna say the Dolphins. I was gonna say the Dolphins are gonna pick Dion Lewis up. I can see that.
They're gonna pay him like 3 years, $27 million.
Oh my God, that's a massive contract.
He would have gone to 2 Super Bowls in a row, possibly 2 Super Bowls in a row. Like, don't really know what else you want, to pay a dude.
I think the two
going to the Super Bowl doesn't. I don't see how that's really a thing. Like, I don't see how that moves the needle.
I guess people look at it in terms of they have playing experience on the big stage. Would be the only thing I could think of.
I already have Kenyon Drake and Damian Williams, who both do well for Miami. I agree. I could see Miami making this signing. I don't buy it.
Okay. Well, I would have to take Jarvis Landry out of all these people if I could. And in a dream world, I put him in the slot for the Ravens.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I was going to say Landry and Hyde are probably the two most wanted out of that group.
Carlos Hyde should go to the Colts.
I could see that, dude. It'd either be the 49ers.
Yeah, just run that 49ers train.
It'd be like Niners to the Colts running backs, Colts quarterbacks.
History is always due to repeat itself, Michael. You're eventually going to get Andrew Luck. We're going to keep saying that on this show.
That's how it works.
We're going to keep saying it.
5 years from now, Andrew Luck's going to win a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. And it's like, you never want it to happen, but it does.
What do you guys about him leaving at all?
I think he leaves.
I kind of do too, because he did say, like, me up long term, I'm retiring. He did say that.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's being a little over dramatic on that part.
Oh, definitely.
But I could see him going to a little place where it's a little wide open. He could go to Seattle.
Dude, that's possible.
It's literally the perfect situation. Who would play better behind a terrible D line than somebody who definitely succeeds under pressure when the line breaks down? This whole game. He waits, he goes. Perfect for Seattle.
Especially when he wants receiver money.
Exactly. Because they have all of it right now to spend on offense. Outside of Graham and Wilson, they have it.
Dude, if we had Irvin on here, he would hate it, though. He'd be like, no, fix the offensive line first. I don't want anybody else but offensive line.
Yeah, like, that's what you want, but you could do that in the draft now.
Yeah.
Like, if they could focus on, if knowing that they could have Le'Veon Bell and know that in the draft they could focus on that, I think they'd be fine.
I'm just trying to think of, like,
they have mid-round draft.
What is the Steelers' contract or cap situation right now? Like, are they going to struggle to re-sign him, or is it going to be pretty, you know, maybe he tests free agency and then comes right back to the Steelers because they will have an offer?
Let's see.
I mean, they're paying AB big money. They're paying Ben big money.
Okay,
They're paying Marquise Pouncey big money.
Pouncey deserves it, though. He's probably one of the best
Ben
players in the NFL.
Roethlisberger has a $23.2 million cap hit. AB has a $17.6 million cap hit.
That's absurd.
Stephon Tuitt has a 13.6. Cameron Hayward has a 12.4. Joe Hayden has an 11.9. David DeCastro, 0.5. And then, or 10.7. Pouncey, 10.5. Ryan Shazier, RIP, 8.7. Yeah, I mean, they're paying a lot of dudes.
Yeah, it sounds like they're not going to have that much room.
Shid, Shazier, and I think they will cut Joe Hayden.
Yeah, either try and re-sign or restructure Joe.
But I think Bell should move. Not just as a Ravens fan that wants to see him not twice a year.
Like, get that man out there.
But mainly as a Ravens fan that doesn't want to see him 2 times a year.
Well, in my heart of hearts, I hope he doesn't go to Seattle and hand over the keys to Mike Davis.
Dude, that's actually crazy.
Just give him an opportunity.
So I just looked
at but then when all the drama comes, Mike Davis is the one that comes in and saves the day. I think they do pretty well together.
So I just looked up the exact number. The Steelers have just under $3 million in cap space next year.
Oh my God.
That's like nothing. Obviously they can still make moves to free space up, but like that's what they're starting with.
Right. But that's not much less than what the Ravens have to work with, and both of those teams are kind of shifting stuff to make sure they sign guys that they need.
That's a decent bit more. They've got at least $8 million more in cap space.
That's the most we've had in years to start an off season.
True. Just wait for the cuts. It'll come. All right. We don't need to talk about the offensive line. The only really one I saw was like Nate Solder, but not really.
That's actually a pretty big one. He demolished the Jacksonville pass rush that game.
Yeah, but is he going to leave New England? That's the only real conversation you can have. Okay.
Unless it's like stupidly astronomical money.
Okay, so now get ready for the defensive names because here it comes. Sheldon Richardson, Ziggy Ansah, LaMarcus Joyner, Tremaine Johnson, Malcolm Butler, Dontre Poe, Star Lotulelei. That's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, there's a lot of D-line dudes too.
That's a lot of D-line dudes. Yeah. And then like all of the Rams DBs.
They better bring back Joyner, man. I don't think they're going to bring back.
He's so good. Oh, my God, he's so good.
Who's their top corner? I'm blanking. He's a free agent.
Tremaine Johnson.
Bring Tremaine back, but they got to bring Joyner back.
I see Tremaine going to Seattle if Seattle can afford it.
The new Legion of Boom.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a big Poe fan. I liked Poe.
Donatary. Yeah, Poe is a
Yeah,
crazy beast.
I think
he's a great D tackle.
let's bust out that money, Baltimore.
Was he still at? We don't need D-line, but was he still at KC this year?
Never not have enough.
No, I thought Poe signed somewhere else.
We don't
He's
have
with the Falcons.
We don't have money to pay. Like
He's
we
with the
paid
Falcons.
Brandon Williams massive amounts of money, and we have Michael Pierce, who might be better than Williams, but we're paying him next to nothing.
Well, I guess yes. We'll give it another year for the Ravens D-line. Yeah, Sheldon Richardson's pretty amazing too, though.
I would honestly
there's a
take Ziggy
lot of
Ansah,
dudes out
dude.
here.
Like Sheldon Richardson's
Yeah,
great.
he's great.
But Ziggy has always been good for the Lions. Like Ziggy's like the one player on the Lions who's like always has a good stat line.
Well, Sheldon, so he's the guy that the Seattle traded for midseason, right? So do you think he was a guy they brought in push, or do you think he's a guy they brought in so that they could sign him long term?
I mean, they
I
should
would
have
hope
signed
sign him
him
long term because that seems like a waste of scouting time if you're just going to bring a dude in for 6 months and then not do anything with him.
I mean,
Although
like,
I don't think there was much effort the scouts had to do for Sheldon Richardson. He was so dominant on the Jets.
yeah, I mean, him and Muhammad Wilkerson made Tom Brady's life hell for like a solid 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the NFL can get some new faces, old faces in new places.
There you go.
That's what we need this offseason. I got it. You knew what I was
There
saying.
you go.
I eventually got there. Okay. Anybody watching the Pro Bowl? No? Cool. All right, cool. Glad we talked about that. All right. Moving on to the NBA. Dodgeball. But they're playing dodgeball
That's all I'm
in
watching is a skills
Disney
competition.
world.
Playing dodgeball at 9:00 Eastern on Thursday. It's lit.
Disney World, hosted by ESPN. Brought to you by Viagra. Okay. On to the NBA. I can't talk about the Pro Bowl. So I guess the trade deadline's coming up. I heard something fun today. Kemba Walker to the Cavs. And then I had an even better idea. Kemba Walker and 2 first-round draft picks and Frank Kaminsky for LeBron James and Tristan Thompson. Anyone?
That's a lot, dude.
Bueller.
Bueller.
That's not.
I feel like
That would be
I feel like
one
LeBron-
nutty trade if it did happen.
I feel like LeBron should leave the Cavs though. But you know why he's not? Because Dan Gilbert is trying to sell the Cavs. So in no way is the one person who increases the value of the Cleveland Cavaliers going to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers.
When
It
is
would
LeBron
probably
a
be
free
smart of
agent?
him to trade or sell.
He's
this
a free
team.
agent this year, Michael.
Yeah.
The entire Cavs roster is basically free agents minus Kevin
He's going to
Love.
the Spurs.
Yeah.
It's done. It's going to Spurs. He's going to go with Greg.
If he goes to the Spurs,
He's
and
going to go sign
if
with
they can
Pop,
somehow
and
do
they're going to win
that
10
and
million
not have to
championships.
trade Kawhi, they just have to not trade Kawhi or LaMarcus Aldridge, and everything's fine.
I just can't see LeBron going to another small market. Like he wants to be.
Yeah,
doing,
but I think it's for Pop. I think he wants to go play with Pop. Like, wouldn't you?
who LeBron is.
Like, what's the one thing? Okay, I had this thought today. What is the one thing that we've always been able to criticize about LeBron James? Is that he's never had elite coaching. Eric Spoelstra, sorry, homie. You are a video coordinator who is in the right place at the right Pat Riley time. You just happened to fall into your lap. You know it's true. Mike Brown, great assistant coach now for the Warriors. David Blatt,
Did you forget
terrible
about David
ESPN analyst.
Blatt, man? He is the
Like,
greatest.
terrible ESPN. We're going to bring this guy in. Wasn't he from the Euro League?
I think he was coaching
He
in
was
like
like,
Slovenia or some bullshit like that.
yeah, he was like coach of the year of whatever league he was in. Trash, garbage, gone.
Israel, actually, I think it was.
But, like, Tyronn Lue, I don't know. I got nothing for Tyronn Lue.
Average
I
coach.
think
I'll give
Greg
you that.
The only
Popovich-
thing you need about him is that we saw the video of LeBron coaching the team in the huddle a few weeks back.
Oh, that was great.
That's all you need to know about that coaching situation right
Okay.
there.
But then, what if Greg Popovich was his coach?
I've got a new one for you guys.
Okay.
LeBron leaves the NBA to go play in Latvia and play for the Big Baller brand.
Yes, with Coach LeVar.
With Coach LeVar.
With Coach LeVar. I'm totally down for that.
Yo, can we talk about that for a second?
I guess.
Like, how bad is the Latvian Basketball Association?
These kids are dropping 80 on them a night. Like,
How old is LaMelo?
Combined.
16?
either this is like Trump fake news crap and they're putting out fake numbers
Completely.
and they're padding their scores. But-
Is North Korea releasing this news for us? Like,
But like the fact that I've gotten it twice that these two brothers have scored 80 points combined in games is absolutely ridiculous.
I saw highlight videos of LaMelo getting offensive rebounds in that league.
I watch every one of those tapes. Those like he's just
He was bodying dudes, and he's like 110 pounds.
my brother weighs more than him. Jacob is 12.
my brother could like push him and it would break his legs, it looks like. He's like a 6'2 KD, which isn't good.
I think my favorite video coming out of there was during one of their scrimmages, and LiAngelo and LaMelo were on opposite sides. On the court, were throwing the worst like backyard basketball passes you could ever see. Like just these little like lobs to the guy in front of them, just like the most careless passes ever. It has to be the worst basketball in the world.
Well, it's certainly not the best.
I would even say that like the Spanish league's better than that crap. Like at least the Spanish league has like Barcelona and Real Madrid are still like recognizable names, and these guys are like basketball of Czechoslovakia. Like their names are terrible. I don't understand. Whatever. Okay. I mean, it's trade deadline. I don't really see anything crazy happening.
No.
Like nothing too wild.
Besides
outside of
Kemba,
DeAndre
the only
Jordan.
players left hurt is Kemba.
What about Kevin
Kemba-
Love? What about Isaiah Thomas?
Like it's either one or the other. It's not going to be both.
Right, but is that a definite? Like, is one of them gone?
I would love to see Isaiah in Charlotte. I would go to way more Hornets games if Isaiah was in Charlotte. Send him straight up.
I feel like that would
Isaiah
defeat
for
the point of
Kemba?
the Kyrie trade, though.
I don't feel like it does because that was an all ego thing. That had nothing to do with how people play basketball. Basketball trade in the history of basketball. It was
Yeah.
LeBron James' ego.
It was
Not wanting
Kyrie's
somebody
ego.
else.
Both of their egos not being able to work together. It was the Kobe and Shaq split up of our generation.
Right.
Unless, God forbid, the day Klay Thompson decides to take more money somewhere else.
It's coming very soon, my good friend. It's
2019.
coming very soon.
I'm counting every day and wearing. I knew it as soon as I got the Klay Thompson jersey. I knew it was happening. I felt it in my soul. I felt it. I've said it many times before. I'm a terrible jersey owner. I have a Steve McNair jersey.
I have one
Dead.
too.
I have a Ray Rice jersey.
Yikes.
Yikes. I have a Haloti Nada jersey.
P.
Traded for a 6th round pick. Every Brave shirt I've ever owned, traded. Both Upton brothers.
Let me guess, you have Jason Hayward's jersey
Gone.
in there.
I never had a J. Hay. Never had a J. Hay.
Dude, go get a Kirk
Andrew,
Cousins.
my friend Andrew does. I had a Brian McCann one.
Mm.
Here was the worst one.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guess. Leighton, you get one guess. 2 guesses. I think you could get it if I say the worst Brave shirt to have. The past 10 years.
Oh God, I'm blanking right now because you already said the update word.
Infield.
Pitcher.
Infield.
I'm blanking.
Okay.
Freddie Freeman, even though I
Nope.
know he's on the team.
Dan Ugla.
Uh, Makes
Oh,
you
Dan
cringe.
Ugla.
makes you cringe. But whatever. I know it's bad. Clay's gone.
It hurts. Unless like the NBA just makes so much money that these teams can just keep paying people however much they want.
Or they all just keep taking pay cuts to keep winning championships like the smart, mature men they are. And KD can just pay him out of his back pocket.
KD's the guy taking pay cuts. Steph has got to pay him.
True. Well, KD's also making money on the side with all his tech ventures is really what I meant.
Well, that was my whole thing with LeBron, why I don't see him going to another small market, because I think he wants to be like KD and have all his business ventures in a spot where they can really, really grow.
Right, but like, where's he going to go?
LA.
You still think you said the
Houston.
Clippers this weekend? Or
Houston, LA. Even Dallas, even though Dallas is no shot, but Dallas would be a better spot than San Antonio.
Well, yeah, that's about right. I say Houston's probably going to be the shot just so he can like get halfway on his banana boat.
Yeah, what if Houston makes a play at LeBron on the trade deadline?
I don't know what they move though. Like, do they move Ariza, Ryan Anderson, and like what 2 first-round draft picks?
So it would definitely be in there. Anderson would probably have to be in there for contract value.
God, and I even like that for the Cavs.
Yeah.
Ryan Anderson's like the better version of Kevin Love right now.
Yeah.
killing
Then they'd have to ship Kevin Love away.
Send him to Orlando for Elfrid Payton. It'd be so disrespectful from where Kevin Love was. Like everybody just like, well, I need a 30 for 30 where it's like, what if I told you that one man tarnishes all careers that come in contact with his? This is LeBron James. Do, 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 do. It's got like Chris Bosh saying, I was just never the same after that last finals game. Before LeBron left. It was like my body just felt like it was breaking down and I couldn't handle it anymore. And then it shows up Kevin Love's like, man, Minnesota, I was just free, running like a gazelle. And then LeBron came and told me to throw the long ball. Then everything changed.
Cuts to Dwayne Wade. He's like,
Dwayne's like, I don't know what these people are talking about. Dwayne's like, I don't know. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I had to come to
Chicago,
Dwayne for $24 million.
He's got like a foot-long cigar and like a big portrait of Michael Jordan behind him. I don't know what you guys are talking about. LeBron's been nothing but fine.
He's sitting next to Drake. Like, I love LeBron.
With John Calipari next to them. And the camera keeps growing of all these people who love LeBron. Then Pat Riley's there.
LeBron, come back, baby.
Hey, see LeBron? We want you to come to our team. And then you find out that John Calipari is going to coach the Miami Heat to bring Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh back.
And then at the end, it's like, this video was funded by Miami Heat organization.
Just a big ad. Get 30 for 30. To like fake make.
Yeah, like that Yahoo Sports that they made about the fake Space Jam 30 for 30.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love somebody did one for the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, did
It's
they?
like, what if I told you, if a lawyer could lead a group of kids to reach their pinnacle? Like, oh, shout out to the Mighty Ducks. They're thinking about bringing it back for a TV show. Shout out to Joshua Jackson,
Throwback.
Charlie Conway.
Hold strong, Ducks. Quack, quack. Leighton, you been watching any NHL?
No, but I'm gonna dive deep.
You're going to. Okay, so that's what you were saying. You're going to.
I'm leaving
thinking
my
about
love
it.
of the NBA because my Wizards are terrible, terrible, terrible.
They're awful.
At least my dude Markieff Morris had John's back this week, so maybe that will give me some hope. I'm gonna start moving my watching needs to the NHL, and I'm gonna watch the Nashville Predators because they were awesome in the Stanley Cup last year.
Well, Michael, you got anything you're looking forward to this week?
Dude, I was looking forward to the Avs win streak to continue talking hockey, but they sadly lost last night to Montreal. They had a 10-win streak going on.
Joe Thornton went down last night for the Sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but what about the looking forward to seeing the Vegas Knights stay atop the
Oh
NHL?
my goodness.
How about that, man?
This is crazy. This might be the best opening season for a team ever.
In terms of hockey, yeah, ever.
Minus like starting a league and then having somebody win the first season of the league.
That'd be crazy. That's unheard of.
You could compare it to would be like, I don't know, like a couple big ballers going out to Lithuania and shutting shit down.
I was thinking more of like 6 men over the age of 38 playing 3-on-3 basketball in the half court.
That's fun.
I'm actually waiting for that big 3 to come back. I really enjoyed that last summer. It was a good little break from basketball, but still basketball.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see that again.
Especially if Kobe comes.
Show up.
If Kobe shows up,
we'll see, man. He might be too busy in Hollywood.
He's got nominated for an Oscar. Hey, everybody, round of applause for Kobe's Oscar nomination.
way to go, Kobe. Good for you. Well, that was we got some stuff done in there, huh, guys? Yeah, talked about some things. Anything else anyone wants to talk about?
I think we're good.
Do we hit the All-Star game?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about those quick snubs. Paul George.
CP3?
I don't really know. Should he be there? Because he's only played for like 3 weeks.
Missed so many games. I don't think CP3
he's only played for like 3 weeks. I don't think CP3 should be there.
But Paul George should definitely be there. The dude might be the best defensive player this season.
This season. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Good save.
Had to throw that in there.
Good save. Good save. He's like, had to save the calling clause from coming out. Honestly, I'm really excited for the dunk contest with Dennis Smith.
Oh, he's gonna shut it down, dude.
He's gonna be insane, dude. He's at like 19. This kid's like,
watch me.
Hold my beer.
Every day you go on Bleacher Report and there's a Dennis Smith Jr. dunk highlight at the top of the screen.
Fire! 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 Fire alert.
The dude's nasty.
Yeah. Well,
who else is in it, actually?
I saw it today. Hold on. Aaron Gordon and Victor Oladipo and Dennis Smith.
Gordon was so bad in last year's dunk contest. I saw that live.
I know,
at
but
New Orleans. It was so atrocious.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell's not going to get in the dunk contest?
I really like Donovan Mitchell.
He's nasty.
He's definitely Rookie of the Year. If you don't know who Donovan Mitchell is and you're watching this show, go YouTube Donovan Mitchell, Utah Jazz. Kid's going to be Rookie of the Year. Spectacular.
Really, it's between him, Ben Simmons, and Kyle Kuzma. I feel like Lonzo is kind of
dude, give it to the Kuz.
Like Lonzo isn't really
wait.
in the discussion.
We're gonna be like 5 years from now. I can just see Kevin, our good friend Kevin, and he's named his second child with Brandy.
Koozie.
Koozie.
Or his third dog, Kylie Kuzi, because it's a girl.
Oh God. Oh God.
Shout out to Kevin.
Much love, Kevin.
Much love. All right, guys, that'll do it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll get together again next week. Everybody, like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate that.
I just did it.
Share it. Hit the share button. Share it anywhere you want on all your different social media outlets. Do it all. Share it on the Twitterverse, the Insta Snaps, the Facebooks, the Snapchats.
If you're watching, it's right here underneath Leighton and I's picture.
Yeah.
Down in the
I
corner.
tell you what, though. Can we ask for a fundraiser or like somebody to start a GoFundMe so we can actually like get a studio that we can all meet at?
Yeah, Leighton. So also what that's going to require is a personal driver to drive you from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Get the flights going on. We'll meet up in a central location.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's.
Brought to you by Reese's Puffs. Thanks. For your sound quality needs. But yeah. Appreciate everybody for watching. 4 people in the chat room. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. I was already checked out.
No, my headset fell off, so I didn't hear anything you just said.
Okay. All right. It's edition of Consistently Consistent. We will
See you next
later.
week.
See you.
Thanks.
Yeah, whatever. Cool.
Deuces, y'all.
Bye. Yeah. Okay. Bye.